Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the International Student Survey we've been conducting. And today we'll be talking about the issue of racism and what international students think about it, their experiences. And we will also chip in our own experience as well in terms of racism and how it affects international students in the United States. Welcome.
Actually, this video is one of the saddest videos I have ever had to, make for this channel. And it's because of the subject we are talking about, which is sort of an uncomfortable conversation. And I'm having it with my wife today. All right, but it's something we have to talk about so that you guys can learn and know what to expect. Nothing could have prepared me for the results that we got from this survey.
Mm-hmm.
So without wasting time, let's get into it. You ready?
Yeah, I am.
All right. So we asked international students, 100 of them, what their personal experiences are with the following. 1, implicit bias, explicit racism, police unfairness in the application of the law, and police brutality. And of course, there was an option to choose none of the above. Now to the results. 47% of these students said they have experienced none of the above, which is sort of great, right?
Mm-hmm. Close to half.
Yeah, close to half. So let's look at the other half. When it comes to implicit bias, 38% of them said they have experienced some kind of bias.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to the comments, specific comments. Then 28% of the students said they have experienced explicit racism. Then 10% of them said they have experienced some kind of police unfairness in the application of the law. The last one, police brutality, 2% of the students said they have experienced police brutality. Wow. Which I think, of course, you might think 2% is just minute, but for me, 1 is too many.
I know.
And, I included this question in the survey because a lot of the new international students or prospective students, they ask me about, the social environment in the US and, because of my naivety, right? Mm-hmm. I usually tell them that, no, it's not an issue. Yeah. Because I have personally not experienced everything on these results. And that is what I usually use to, mm-hmm. teach others. What's your experience? Let me get your thoughts on this.
Actually, it's so funny because...
what would you have picked?
Me? I would have picked implicit bias. Okay. I wouldn't say like pure racism, but like...
So you are not in the none of the above camp?
No. Because
Tell us about that.
Yeah. I had an experience. Before now, I don't know the form in which racism can come. I don't know what I should look out for.
Right.
But on this day, my mind changed. I understood better what racism can look like. So...
You're talking about the airport incident?
Yeah, the airport incident.
All right.
It's not really funny. I'm just laughing now because I'm over it. I was scheduled to fly down to Kentucky from Stillwater local airport, and I missed my flight. Scheduled for 6 a.m. and I was supposed to board the second flight that would take off at 2 p.m. So I went home, I, slept a little bit. I came back like 1 hour, 30 minutes before the flight because I did not want to miss the second one. And that was the second and only flight that will be leaving for the day. So I got there, I sat down, I was on my phone. And then when the attendant came, I approached her and I explained. And mind you, when I missed the flight in the morning, I saw like three other people that we missed the flight together, like they were whites, So we discussed with the attendant, and he assured us we should come back by 2 p.m. The plane was not full, we will still get seats. So we did exactly that. I came back early. I saw the guys and maybe one lady. We were like three or four. Then the boarding started, and I was just at the forefront because I was so eager.
You were the first to get there.
Yeah, I
Among
was
the
the first to
late
get
people,
there
right?
among the late people, even those that were scheduled to fly on that plane. I got there before most of them. Like, I was so early. I checked in and everything was fine. Not until we started to board, I just realized I was being, sidelined. I will say that because the guy kept telling me, excuse me, I'll attend to you later. I'm sorry. He actually apologized. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just stay, aside. I was thinking it's because it was not my main flight, It's just because they want to fix me on a particular seat that is empty, So I was fine with it. I stayed aside, and then they started boarding, checking people's documents and everything. Everybody was getting in, and all the people we missed the flight together in the morning got in. Like, I was so surprised. I was
Despite the
like,
fact that you came
this.
before
I came before all of them.
before them. All right.
So I was so surprised. I was asking what's going on, and the guy said, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're the next soon. I'll be with you and all that." I was like, "Okay, no problem." He kept on saying sorry, 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 sorry. Not until I was the only one left.
Wow.
Guys, everybody already boarded the plane.
The plane was about to leave.
Seriously, I was just confused. And then I asked him, I said, "Can I go in now?" He said, "No, I don't know what's wrong with the system. The boarding has ended or something." I was like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? And then I realized something was going on. Like, I was the only black person on the queue. It got to me. But before I even realized that, I thought genuinely they did something wrong, and closed the check-in or the
boarding system.
Yeah, but my mind just told me to keep moving, like just go and enter the plane.
So you just picked up your bag and
you don't miss this flight. That was the last flight that is going to go that very day. So I just picked up my hand luggage and just walked towards the plane. And then the other guy was telling me, "Oh no, lady, you can go. It's fine. We'll sort it out or something." I didn't even listen.
What out?
I was thinking, what is there to sort out? Everybody was already in the plane, so I picked up my hand luggage and I went into the plane. I saw a lot of empty seats. I got in, and then it occurred to me, like, how did this happen? I was telling myself I should have called the manager and possibly make a scene. That's what bias can look like.
Yeah.
Then it occurred to me.
It can come in many forms.
In many forms. I was not knowledgeable about it before now, not until it happened to me. So that is my experience. And secondly, at my place of work
right now,
a white lady called my friend,
black friend.
Yeah, black friend, in the N-word. I was surprised. She was really mad. She made a scene. She was just crazy about it.
You mean the lady?
The black lady was really mad about it, and I supported her. I told the white lady, I said, "You're very wrong on every level. Like, you don't." And then she said, "No, I was just trying to call her the colored girl." And is that a mistake or what?
Even colored
girl is wrong. You should just ask. Yeah, you should just.
I don't know how the black Americans feel about
That's what she said.
being called colored.
That's what she
people,
said. She said, I have a name.
Right.
Don't call me the colored girl. No, I'm not going to accept that from you. And she went straight to her boss to report the whole incident. That's so wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I can see this happen to other people, and I witnessed it happen to me, even when I could not understand what was going on. So, like, it's real, guys. It's real.
So, yeah, I would just say it's for people that are working mostly outside the university environment. You might see some of that outside the university environment, but most of the time within the university, I mean,
Yeah.
you would hardly see any incident of bias or racism.
I know.
I mean, you might see it, but it will be subtle. It won't be so
Yeah,
visible like
I
on
think
like
within the
outside.
school environment, people are really
People are
inclusive.
really
Like
sensitive
they're
to all
sensitive
those
to,
things.
yeah,
So you'll be fine within the
yeah.
the university environment. That's all I can say from the new knowledge I've learned right now. But we'll still get to the comments, to the experiences of these students. We'll talk about a few of them, just so you can understand what bias or racism might look like. It's not just about calling you the N word or the B word or something.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about some specifics from the survey, which I thought was interesting. So, looking at some of the demographics and how they answered this question. Now, when it comes to explicit racism, we said 28% of them said they've experienced explicit racism. Out of this number, 93% of them were African students, while 7% were Asian students. So just minute number there for Asians, but there's still a lot of Asian hate too going on in the US.
Exactly.
So that doesn't mean doesn't happen to Asian students, but just for this survey, a lot of African. Most of these people that have experienced this are African students. And then when it comes to police unfairness in the application of the law, all of them, all the people that the 10% that we had here were all African students. And another interesting thing is, we tried to collect data on which region, when it comes to census region of the United States, which region are these students from? So students from the East North Central of the United States, that comprised of, I think it comprises of 5 states: Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and one other state. I'll put it on the screen. So out of all 10 people that chose police unfairness in the application of the law, 5 of them are from this region. 5 of them are from this region out of 10. Now, when I looked at the whole survey, the people from this region are just 15%. 15, so 15 people out of 100. And out of that 15 people, 5 of them chose police unfairness in the application of the law. I understand this is a small sample size. We just had 100 students, but it was just an eye-opener for me. Something that was unique from the respondents in the survey. So I would say don't be scared of all these things. I guess it's part of life. But when you see it, try to call them out.
Immediately.
Yeah, try to call it out. And if you can, I would say if you can get the incident recorded, or if you can document it somehow, just try to do it either with your phones or something.
You want to talk about the incident where a policeman approached you and thought you were another guy they were looking for?
Yeah, so I've had some run-ins with the police as well, but I didn't really see, because nothing really bad happened. They just kind of mistook my identity for another person, and they were respectful about it when they clearly saw that I wasn't the person they were looking for. So it was on campus. So usually campus police are usually nicer than outside the city police.
Yeah,
Let me just put it that way.
Because you just look like because blacks look like it, like we look like ourselves.
No, we
Right?
don't.
To
I just,
them,
well, to them,
like me,
maybe.
to them, I mean to them, because at my
Yeah,
place of
but,
work, they usually tell me I look like that, my friend. So I
well,
mean,
that, I
to
don't know. I,
them.
I need to hear from some of my white friends to see if they think the same. But
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think we look anything alike.
We don't
But
look alike, but some of them think we do. So that's what I'm just saying. Like, people
yeah,
just need to
that
be.
was just a misunderstanding. I didn't even think of that when I was preparing for this video. So
Yeah, I just
they
remembered
just
too.
accosted me on student, I think in the student union building, and they said, "Hey, where are you coming from?" So I explained I'm coming from the lab, and they said, I mean, we are just looking for someone who has a similar description as you. I was like, I'm just coming from the lab, and I just walked off,
Yeah,
And I mean, as I was walking up, they apologized. Like, oh, we're sorry, and it
that
ended
was
like
it.
that. But I've had some run-ins with the police as well, and they've been nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
had a policeman try. I mean, I just registered my car, but I didn't put the new or the renewed tag on the license plate, right? So they stopped me. I think there was a way they could run the numbers and check if
Mm-hmm.
this car was registered. But when he approached me, he was polite and he asked me why this car is still unregistered. I mean, he asked me, do you know why I stopped you? And I'm like, no, I was confused. And I'm like, this car doesn't have an updated tag. So I explained that, oh, I just registered and I didn't have a screwdriver when I've
So change.
replaced the license plate. So and he went back to his vehicle and got a screwdriver, and
And
he
helped.
even knelt down on the ground to help me
I know.
unscrew and fix my new plates. So there are a lot of wonderful policemen, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I was wrong when I usually tell people that, you know, just using my own soul experience to
Mm-hmm.
decide that, you won't experience any of these situations in the
Mm-hmm.
US. You
Not,
might. This
not
survey,
even after seeing the survey.
yeah, this survey suggests that you might encounter some of these things. So let's talk about some of the comments.